Good afternoon, budget guitarist here. My name's Martin. Right, what we've got here, some of you may recognise this Squier. So this is the guitar that me and my daughter sort of finished together. So that I guess in terms of, we're probably talking a year maybe. But for some reason the electronics have failed. The selector switch isn't working, tone does nothing, volume, only this pickup's working in that position, the rest of it does nothing. So let's whip the scratch plate off, turn it upside down, and let's see if we can see what's going on. And here is the problem straight away. So these two here, the yellow and the red, you can see that they're coming from neck pickup, middle pickup, yellow and red. Bottom pickup was working because bottom pickup is still connected. It's just a quick fix, which is nice. Just need to resolder these two back into position on that pin and that pin, and it should be good. Once I've done that, yeah, put it back together again. Might as well give it a good clean. Put some strings on it, see yeah, if that's done it. In fact, no effect. I'll show you how to test it before start putting strings on it, because I've done it in the past where I've sort of like, yep, that's the problem, I know it, fixed it, didn't bother testing it, put the strings on and found out I had to take the scratch plate off again. It was just an absolute ball ache. But anyway, just need to resolder those two there. There we go, soldered it back on. Not the greatest solder job in the world, but to be honest, I'm getting a little bit better every time I've got to do some soldering. So we just check now. So bridge pickup was working as it was on the first one, which then makes the middle one the yellow on the second one, and then the red was on the third pin. The rest of it wasn't loose. So that's that. Right, I'm going to show you now how to test it before sort of committing to anything else. It's really simple to do. So right, just while we're waiting for the amp to warm up, all you need to do is plug your guitar in. What we're listening for is any annoying buzzes, but anyway, we'll turn everything up. So tone, volume, yeah, neck position. Yeah, it's working. Next one down, so what we want to be seeing is neck and middle. Yeah, cool. Middle position, just the one on its own. Check that they're not on. Good. This position now is going to be these two together, so bosh, bosh. Good, good. And then bridge, just bridge. Volume off. Can't hear nothing, a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm content that's done. Right. Without testing it like this, like as crude as it is, there's not much point in putting strings on it, because if it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, then you're creating more work for yourself. Let's get on with the rest of it then. Right, next bit I want to have a go at. So if you remember from the video where we did the guitar, we just locked the trem in position using bits of wood, but now my daughter would like to start experimenting and using the trem on the guitar, which is fine. So I guess I've got to try and figure out how to set a trem up. Yes, I've not done a full trem setup yet. I'm not going to go for floating trem. I'm just going to have it with the trem function, I guess, and then yeah, see how we get on with that. Right, so all I did was just pop the wood out, put the back plate back on. Pretty simple. I'm going to polish it up now. Yeah, because it's looking a bit dirty. Now it's looking like the guitar we worked on. Just give it a bit of a polish, and now it's looking lovely. There we go. Right, next job is new strings on, I think. Yeah, new strings. Oh, actually, now that I think on, because we're going to be using the trem, it's a good idea. You see in there where it looks black, So what you want to do as a budget hack, if you like, is, so inside there is pencil lead. You can either sharpen your pencil up really sharp and draw it in, or use one of those ticker pencils where the really thin lead comes out, and you can draw in there. So when you get graphite in there, what it's going to act like is a lubricant. So if you are using the trem, because you're going to be releasing and adding tension to the strings, you want the strings to be gliding through the nut smoothly. Also underneath these as well, put some graphite underneath those, and along the top of the, see there on the saddles, you got the bit there where the string sits, again on that bit as well. You can buy like fancy guitar nut oil and stuff, but to be honest, graphite out a pencil does just as good a job as those. New strings on, going on to the same set of strings that came off it. So they were 10 gauge Ernie Ball Super Slinkies, which I really like them. They're very comfy, and yeah, the what was on it when I take it off. So we've had so we sorted those switches out. We're going to try and make this back to a trem, which is, oh, it's kind of floating as is, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to tune it up and see if our graphite trick at the ends is, you know, going to let us get away with using this trem. Floaty much, that's too much. So that's with the tensions on the strings, so it tuned up. You can see that that's way too excessive to be a floating bridge, I guess. We don't want that because too much. So got a couple of things we can do. We can try adding an extra spring in the back, or we can do up on the screws that go into the guitar body, which put more tension on the springs. But we'll try adding a spring first, to just bring that down a bit. Yeah, I think we'll just add 2 because I can't put 4 because then it won't be even. So it's going to have to be 1, you know, 1 on here, and then 1 on, yeah, 1 on that one.